Tom O'Hearn. I'm the director of Family Hope Charity, and I've been lucky enough to live with some poor people in Kenya and Zambia the past 15 years. What we do is we teach kids, young men and women from the slums how to build houses, and then we provide these houses or make these houses available to AIDS orphans and their guardians, who are usually grandmothers. So for about $5,000 we can build an 8x5 meter house that would house a guardian and her 8 grandchildren usually. We can train 12 kids in building construction skills, masonry and bricklaying. We can feed them, and then also at the end of 5 months give them a certain amount of money to help them start their own business, their own street side business. So if you want to help, or if you can give us any financial assistance, then you could send your donations to Totus Tuus Ministries in Covington, Louisiana.
Uncle Tom, what do you do in Africa?
I try to build houses for children who are the same age as you, who live in the slums in Nairobi, Kenya. But you have your mommy and daddy, but most of these kids are orphans because their parents died of AIDS. And then what we do is we take young men and women like the age of Therese or Robert, your brother and sister, and we teach them how to build houses, how to do bricklaying and how to put on a roof. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
The houses are a little smaller than the ones you live in, but they have a good roof, and they can protect people and keep people warm at night.
Nice. So I guess you work pretty hard.
Yeah, but it's good work. The young men and women are a lot of fun to be around. And then what we do is we teach them how to start their own business. So we'll give them some money and teach them how to sell things so that they can support their brothers and sisters, and many times even their mother and father.
So what do you do during break? Tell jokes?
I have a soccer team, so we usually play soccer with, I don't play soccer anymore, but I usually coach the kids in soccer. And we play other teams in Nairobi. And we do pretty well.
So, Uncle Tom, what made you go to Africa?
I had an opportunity to go visit there, and once I got to meet some of the people, especially some of the poor people in Kenya, I decided I wanted to go back there and see if I could do something to help them.
So what made you do all of that work?
We used to have, the school I was teaching, we used to have people come to the gate looking for handouts, for charity, for money. And I decided that if there was a way in which we could get these people some work or help them start a business to support themselves, it would be better in the long run, because some people were coming every day. They had no money and had no way to support their family.
What's it like in Africa?
Well, it's very different than the U.S. in some ways, and in some ways it's very similar. Like children your own age, they like doing the same things you do. They like playing, they like being in school sometimes. They like music, they like dancing. But then in other ways it's very different because people are so poor, they have very little, almost nothing sometimes.
So do they have a church in Africa?
Oh sure, yeah. Oh, there's many churches. There's in the slums in particular, Kenyan people and Zambians are very church-going people.
Any sisters?
There are a lot of sisters, a lot of Catholic sisters. Yeah, they work in the slums.
What are they like?
They're very nice. They most of the time the Catholic sisters and the Catholic religious and the missionaries in general are very helpful to people. And people know that. People know they can always go to them for assistance, no matter what their background, whether they're Protestant, Catholic, Muslim. You can always go to a Catholic church for help.
So what do? Do you help the sisters feed the poor?
We worked with I worked with some sisters for a while, but now I'm going to be working with a Kenyan man and woman, a married couple, who started a small school to help kids like you and your age, and help them get a good education so they could live a better life.